Can you imagine not being dependent upon your job, just being able to do whatever you want to do at whichever time you want to do it without any restrictions whatsoever? This is exactly what I'm trying to achieve with my dividend portfolio. I'm trying to become completely financially independent from any job or any obligations whatsoever. Now, this is going to take quite some time, which is fine by me because I'm young. I'm only 21 years old. I'm currently studying, so I won't be able to put a lot of money into the portfolio, which might be a good thing for you because in my experience, lots of these dividend portfolios, like the guys put in, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 euros or dollars each month, which is something that I'm just not able to do as a student. So yeah, this might be something that is a lot more relatable for you if you're also in a situation where you're maybe really young and don't really have that much income that you can dispense with, or invest rather. Let's have a look at my portfolio. As you might be able to tell, I'm from Germany, which is also why I've got Allianz as a German company, as well as Mercedes-Benz, although I didn't buy this one. I got it as a stock perk from my broker, Trade Republic. So yeah, as you can tell, money contributed 0 euros, money invested 10.14. So this is money from Trade Republic that I got. I mean, I got the stock, but yeah, still, point remains. My current value sits at roughly 3.3 thousand euros, and I've invested a little bit less than this, and I'm currently 74 euros in the green, which is fine, but it's not really something that I'm looking at too much. I'm not really that interested in the portfolio gain. I'm also interested in the dividend gain and dividend growth. So yeah, I'm not trying to buy stocks that just perform great and then sell them and reinvest in another stock. I'm more so a buy and hold investor, or I believe I will be, because since this is my the beginning of my investment journey. So yeah, but it's still something nice to have in mind. It's worse things could happen than having a portfolio gain some money. Now, over the next months and years, probably, you will realize that my position in German stocks as a percentage will get lower, as I will mostly add US stocks, simply owing to the fact that they're the largest stocks and tend to perform better than German stocks, especially since the German economy is quite abysmal at the moment and doesn't seem to be at the edge of recovering. So yeah, might be a lot smarter to invest into a market that is actually growing. Okay, so it's the 1st of October today, so let's have a look at all the dividends that I got paid in the month of September. And keep in mind, most of those stocks I bought during September, somewhere in the middle of it. So for some of those that I don't know even if some of them pay in September, but in any case, I haven't gotten that many dividends. To be precise, I only got a dividend from Topaz Energy, which is one of the first stocks that I bought, which might not have been the best idea, but back then I didn't really know what I was going to do. Don't ask me how I found this stock in this case, but yeah, I just bought, I believe, 2 shares of Topaz Energy. And I've been thinking, since it's the first dividend I've got paid in my whole life, it would be kind of funny to just keep it, not purchase any more shares of it, apart from dividend reinvestments. But yeah, just keep it and see how it performs, just for nostalgic reasons. Yeah, all those graphs will make a lot more sense in the coming months when there's not only one bar, but several. But yeah, for the moment, I've got paid 33 cents from Topaz Energy, and this is my total for September. Let's have a look at the next 12 months. If I were to not invest any more money into this portfolio, and also I wouldn't reinvest any dividends, and also the dividend payments wouldn't increase, then I would receive 143 euros and 44 cents in total over the next 12 months. And as you can tell, yeah, September would have been better already if I had those stocks like 2 weeks earlier than I bought them. But actually I got payment from this one, but not from Alphabet, which I only bought in the middle of September after its little crash. The months of May and June have the highest dividend payments. This is simply owing to the fact that I've got German companies that only pay once a year. So their payments are larger and they typically pay in May and June, which is the case here for Allianz, which is my biggest dividend payment that I will receive for the next 12 months, unless I buy enough of other stocks in the meantime. And the second largest is going to be from ProCredit Holding, which is going to pay out in June. So this is the reason why those two bars are so big. But as I already mentioned, I'm trying to increase my holdings and try to focus more on US stocks, or more precisely to focus more on stocks that I think will do well in the next couple of years, which is mostly US stocks. Here we can also see that for the month of October, I'm going to get a payment from Realty Income and from VG Properties. So both my REITs are going to pay out, and the dividend will already be much higher even without any further purchases. So this is something that I'm really looking forward to. Almost 10 euros a month may not sound like much. It certainly doesn't sound like a lot, but you start small and it grows from there. Okay, let's look at my contributions. So as you can tell, I started investing in July. I made my first few purchases, Topaz Energy being amongst them. I didn't make any further purchases in August, and then I invested most of my current contributions in September, where I bought most of those companies that you just saw. And I've just set a goal of contributions for the remainder of this year to 4,000 euros. I just set the goal yesterday, so it doesn't make that much sense, but for the coming years, I'm planning on having another investment goal or contributions goal. And it will be quite interesting if I'm able to reach it. Might motivate me to buy more stocks than I would otherwise, because I want to reach this total contributions number. Now, in terms of performance, this was my first really full month of investing in the stock market, and I've made a gain of 1.37% or 44.65 euros, plus my 33 cents in dividends. So this is the value from yesterday evening. The stock market's already been up about 1% today, so been a great day. I didn't know what my starting value was because I didn't know I was going to invest that much into September and start this little dividend portfolio. So I just put 0 there, but it's not going to matter that much anyways. However, that means that technically I'm probably at a loss for the month of September, since my starting value would be around 90 to 100 euros. But this is only going to be for the first month. After this, I know what my start and end value are going to be, so we're fine now. And I'm also going to track my forward annual dividends here, since this is the focus of the portfolio, to increase this number. However, I'm going to choose an approach where I mainly invest in dividend growth stocks rather than high-yielding dividend stocks, simply because I've got a long time horizon, and I think this is a better strategy for this. Now let's have a look at my watch list. So those are all the stocks that I keep a close eye on, and if I deem any of them fairly valued or more ideally undervalued, I might start a position with them. Little spoiler, I'm going to make my purchases for October tomorrow. So some of those companies will be in my portfolio for the next monthly update. I won't tell you which ones though. Let me know if you want to have a video on the purchases I made, or am going to make rather, where I explain why I purchased which companies and what I'm looking for in those companies in general. Okay, so this looks pretty ugly in comparison to the others. This is because I'm only going to show you this once. I'm planning on reinvesting my dividends into the company that paid them. There's no such thing as DRIPs in Germany, where I'm from. So I have to manually purchase fractional shares of the companies that pay the dividend. And I can only do this with €1 or more. So for companies that pay less than €1 in dividends, like Topaz Energy in this case, I'm just going to accumulate the paid dividends. And then once they reach the threshold of €1, I'm going to reinvest those dividends. So for the case of Topos Energy, it could take quite some while because I'm not planning on making any further contributions to it. But I believe the other stocks that I hold will quickly grow to a size where they pay more than €1 per quarter. So we'll be fine, I think. Finally, let's have a look at my dividend dashboard. Here you can see just an overview of my portfolio. You can see market value, what I've invested, and what I've paid into it, my yield and yield on cost. I'm really trying to decrease this. I've fallen into, I wouldn't say a trap, but I've heard from many dividend investors that at the beginning they were chasing high yield and then realized that, especially if you have a long time horizon, it's really not that smart to do that. So yeah, I'm quite happy that I already kind of realized this point after only 1 month. And so I can already, for the coming month, invest into stocks that have rather a high growth rate rather than a high starting dividend yield. Here I'm also going to track my total dividends over the whole life of the portfolio. So yeah, this number will hopefully increase as the months go on. Here you can also see my forward annual, monthly, weekly, and daily dividend income. I'm mostly concentrated on the monthly dividend income. I'm quite pleased to see that it's already sitting above €10. So yeah, that's almost €12 a month for doing literally nothing, which I'm very happy with. My goals, however, are to reach €25. I'm thinking maybe in the middle of next year. I'm certainly not going to reach it this year, especially since I'm focusing on lower yield companies. Maybe June of next year might be reasonable, but I'm not going to chase it. So I'm not going to buy some super high crazy yielding stocks just to reach this number. I'm just going to try to reach it organically and maybe increase my contributions if I can. All those graphs down here will also make a lot more sense in the coming months and years. But yeah, that's it for now. If you have any further recommendations for what I should change, anything I should add, my accent obviously will stay. I'm sorry for that. Hope you found the video interesting. If you do want to follow my journey, then make sure to subscribe and tell me how far you have come in your dividend investments, and if you've already started, and if so, for how long, how's it going, what did you learn? Let me know. I will be reading everything and will be happy to hear from you. If you've watched this far, then thank you very much. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.